Tail of the tape for our main event is experience in edge here. Fourth straight time that Lipinets.
Walter Castillo. And across the ring, Samurai Lipinets.
Fighter chief second. All right, guys, what's in the rules at all times? You must obey my commands. Here and up. Golpes. Aquí. Okay. Touch gloves. Good luck, buena suerte.
Joe, did you notice the eyes of Castillo? That's not by accident. Scott could be a problem.
5 years ago this month, he fought Luis Bentenko.
Experience reminds me of a fight I trained, Alexander Povetkin, Joe. Also a Russian.
To undo the kickboxing as a boxing trainer, what has to be undone?
You know, make sure that he understands that it's upstairs that counts.
There's Sergey now as he's able to place that jab from a
environment, in an uncomfortable environment. 100 times, you're getting used to it. It helps you. I said in the fight plan that Lipinets is a slow starter. This is hey, well, the sun's shining. You know, well, Lipinets is slow. Well, he's a slow getting out of that gate. From the corner of my preparation to my fighter. He's a slow starter. That's grand. And again, look for the spots where Lipinets sometimes will lead with a left hook and steal, maybe, to get that straight right hand in.
10 seconds.
Lipinets and Castillo end of one.
Taking the complexion of the fight, Joe, because now maybe he makes some mistakes trying to catch up. He's got to be careful.
As you saw Sergey fire back.
Yeah, again, if I'm he's got physical strength, and you stand in front of him too long, he can use that physical strength the way he wants to.
Forward, be first, but more importantly, use that jab to establish the distance.
In the other corner.
Yeah, pretty interesting, Teddy. I had a question for you. Buddy McGirt was telling you his power hand, Teddy.
Yeah, not too early, because just the same thing in baseball. We were talking baseball analogies. You hit a lot of air, you get yourself in trouble. Use the jab, do the technical things, do the fundamental things.
Interesting observation by Todd. Listening
yeah, great job by Todd.
Well, it's the new haircut.
But again, the same thing as the baseball. You don't try to hit a home run, Joe. You try to make good contact with the ball. Right now, you can see Lipinets making a little adjustment.
Right hand behind the jab, and now Lipinets a little more comfortable.
Listen, Dave, so double jabs, putting the hook downstairs. Double jab, right hand straight, don't loop, straight.
Him to digest and absorb the message.
Yeah, you should eat your food slowly, digest it.
Look at Castillo coming after it.
Don't choke on it.
Yep.
You shouldn't be words in the corner either. Let them come to you gradually. Castillo has been in with the late, great Alexis Arguello. And, of course, one of the top fighters today. Some people have more.
Great to see somebody in a lower weight class like that getting the attention and put on the best left guard. And now blood coming from Castillo's face.
Well, you see in some of the years ago, that great fight with Meldrick Taylor and Chavez. You know, Taylor was winning the fight, you know, outspeeding, outboxing a little bit. He was marking up his face, and you could see the damage accumulating. The heavy fight, controversial stoppage. Meldrick Taylor was ahead, but at the end, you know, just do a little throwaway punch, maybe with the left jab downstairs, and don't even...
It's an entertaining main event.
The jab set it up. Here's the crooked right hand, but it works. And again, the reason it works, Lipinets
here in the U.S. and now headlining the nationally televised main event in action here, the PBC on ESPN. Castillo starts off this round with an offensive attack. Landed a right hand to the head in the
final line. That Castillo's walking a tightrope in this fight.
Check in with Bernardo's in the red corner of Castillo.
Mono Fernandez was telling Walter Castillo, I want you to...
You know, I was talking about and illustrating the looping right hand earlier. A great fight years ago, back in the 80s. Joe, you probably remember. Rocky Lockridge, the Doofus had him.
Yep.
Main event. Down low, downstairs, do a little shoe shine, and then loop that right hand up top. Likes to do that.
Some chopping shots being landed here. Body punch was the only true one to land on that exchange. Just missed with the uppercut, but tagged the belt line, did Lipinets. Now he comes surging, and there's that right hand again.
Lipinets again going downstairs. See it. I can see it working in his head. He's looking to set up something, distract Castillo, get his attention down, and then go up. Of Castillo, those punches gradually starting to bust him up a little. You know, it's subtle. You look at Lipinets, physically strong guy, and he is to a certain extent, but he's more than that kind of guy. He's a lot smarter than that.
There's blood coming from his left eye. Toe-to-toe. Got that belt line 2 times there. Mike Rodriguez has work to do in the corner of Sergey Lipinets. That is a bad cut.
Part of becoming a champion.
You know, and our cutman guru, Mike Mascaro, just noted that tomorrow night down in Birmingham, about a 4-hour drive away against Deontay Wilder. He's getting blood tomorrow night as well.
Yes, sir. We'll find out how good the job Mike does.
Now, Sergey.
Mike Rodriguez, what's your first concern when you see a cut on the eyelid like that?
Well, you know what it was caused by.
If you don't get the bleeding to stop?
Yeah, absolutely. Just by the nature of the cut, it could get a little bit bigger. It is pretty deep. It just depends on how much trauma he sustains this round or 2. I will be able to.
All right, Joe, plenty of science going on over here in the sweet side.
Yeah, it's 5th round, and it's wide open again, and blood is dripping down his face.
Yeah, if not, as he said, take more shallow cuts. You start with adrenaline, 100 in there, hold it, get the blood to stop, and then you put either that or Avitine is going to have to be used.
And we are past 4 rounds.
You know, not real careful with the heads, and there's a nice setup.
And split the guard there, scored very well.
That cut is flowing.
Sure is.
By the truck, and once again, why I call for instant replay.
Not everybody. Some commissions will use replay. Greg Serb up in Pennsylvania.
It makes me bang my head against the wall. To have protection, you not use it.
That cut may not matter if Lipinets keeps going like this. Here in round number 6. Landed a good body shot with a hand, and now patiently stalking Walter Castillo.
They're looking like wide punches, and they are a little wide from Lipinets. He's getting the right range before he throws them. And every once in a while, a little subtle dip to one side, and then a punch up on the other side. Upstairs now, after going downstairs.
Another right hand to the body. That's how he won.
You put a little, take a little air out of those tires, puncture those tires.
Glancing blow, that right hand didn't get it clean at all.
Castillo standing, not using the jab. I understand not standing in front of the stronger guy, but if he doesn't move his hands, he's got enough jabbing.
End of 6 here. Joe Tessitore, Teddy Atlas with you ringside with Tom. Gives us a chance to listen in as they deal with that cut.
You see the right hand barrage is there. Now we slow it down a little bit more. Now that is clean on that one because Castillo rolled with it. This one didn't ride with it too much.
Hopefully not lost in translation.
You got caught with that right hand, but now you need to take the initiative in this round. When you're range, mark the distance with the jab and don't let him get inside.
Absolutely. You know, he needs to control range. He needs to avoid some of the power shots. Instant offense to keep this strong, undefeated fighter. He has done a good job with the coagulant that he's put in there. But, and quite frankly, Castillo has helped Mike Rodriguez by dropping his punch.
Friend, a good fighter.
He has been.
In the ring.
Yeah, but the cut man's friend this time was the opponent. Interesting point, I think. If somebody got the information to Castillo's corner that, hey, caused by a punch, and maybe you could appeal it.
Oh, good right hand there. Timed it perfectly. Held on. Chased back to the neutral corner.
A lot of time.
Couple body shots. Snuck it by this here in round 7. A right hand to the body from Lipinets.
You see the strength from the strength of Lipinets. And the point I was making is if Castillo and maybe tries to stop Lipinets.
Look at this attack, Teddy. That's it. It's over. TKO
Yeah, Lipinets, just two rounds ago, we talked about it, Joe Castillo dropped his punch count way too low. And it can't come, obviously, but if they had gotten it right, and at the end of the day, Lipinets going to win.
This thing was going downhill, and he could finish.
Had the right hand crash home, and then here's the end, where, you know, it's a downpour of punches. And as I said, and again, we'll show it to you again in case you want to see it again. Doesn't land clean, that one, but it backs Castillo into the ropes.
Sergey, Samurai.